and welcome to the course at Static that is called a trainee program, a cross-functional business immersion. So we're here today to investigate whether you should take this course and what do students like about this. And we'll have our first student, Jack. So, what did you like most about this course?
First of all, thanks for having me today, Maria. And I'd say there are a couple aspects of the class I really valued. First off, I'd say the collaborative attitude of the class in terms of the guest speakers that came in. I like that each of them had their own styles and created a platform for us to interact with them and ask questions and collaborate with them. And also going into the cases, I'd say that our ability to interact with one another, agree and disagree and find a middle ground. And then also, I'd close with a multinational perspective across. I'd say even our group's a great reflection of that. Slovakia, Spain, and then both of us from the United States. But all in all, I'd say those are my favorite parts of the class.
Well, thank you very much for your feedback, and we really appreciate this. And now, let's welcome our second guest, Esther.
Yep.
Alright, so now we're here to ask the following question. What should we change in this course? And here we have our guest speaker, Esther. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Maria. And if I had the chance to say something that could improve the class in the future years, I would definitely say that sometimes the structure was like really repetitive, like all the time we had a speaker and then we had the case study. And I feel like if we change it up a little bit, like involve some other activity and in between those two or just anything other, I think the students would really appreciate that. And another thing that I think could make the classes even better would be if we got more in-depth data before we get into the case study. So maybe some real numbers in which we could use in our arguments.
Thank you. And now the final question. Should we actually recommend it? For this, let's welcome our third speaker, Gus. So of course, we as a study students are quite biased about our courses. So now I want to ask an exchange student whether they would recommend us. So Gus, what would you say?
I would absolutely recommend this class to all of the students from my home university because it's given us lots of perspectives into operations that we have never taken a class in. At USC, we don't have a class in HR, a class in sales, or operations, and learning about those functions was something super fun for me, as well as learning from the guest speakers that are in those functions.
Well, thank you. Okay, so this is our conclusion of the course. And now, we'll be waiting for you next year in the course. Thank you.
Trainee program, cross-functional mission. Hey! Every part of business, we're on a cool expedition.